Good evening. This is K4PW, the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Here on 146.415, be prepared for a big night for our cavalcade of nets, which we've already had 3 of them, festival of frequencies, and our cornucopia of call signs. So I want you to be ready for a big night. Where was I? Hold on. Right now you can see. Go to the screen here. I'm not even going to ask for emergency or any of that kind of stuff. You know how to break in if you're. We've been on this net for 10 years. I'm pretty sure everybody knows how to break in if they have an emergency. At any rate, you go right now to YouTube and put my call K4PEW into the search block. And hold on one second. Camera, kind of. It's not getting better. Hold on. Well, that's better. All right, very good. You can go to YouTube, put my call K4PEW in there. You'll see it as a live event, and you can you can see me if you want to, or you can just put tape over that part of the screen. You can also look at the screen on my radio, which gives a display of your signal strength compared to others, and you can also hear stations you might not otherwise hear. Purpose of the net is to, well, anyway, we're here. I'm sorry, I'm going to go over the nets here tonight. We're doing net number 1080 tonight. We're in one. Man, I'm getting this messed up. I didn't follow up with the group. You can go to 146.415.net for information on Simplex. You can go to groups.io and put in MJSS in there and sign up for our email system, which is really an announcement system for the group, of which we are really a club. A lot of people don't realize that we're KN4FKV, Kilo November 4, Foxtrot, Foxtrot Kilo Sierra, and we're an actual ARR club, the only all Simplex net club in the universe, as we know it. Might even be the galaxy, I don't know. But just put that, my call, and you can sign up for it. And it's a great place to buy and sell equipment and ask technical questions. You can also go send me an email at k4pew@arrl.net if you so dare. And that normally meets here at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. And tonight we're doing the nets here starting at 146.415, moving on to 144.240, and then on to we're at 50.135 on 6 meters, and then we're going over to the kind of secret frequency 223.415. I say it's secret because we've never had anybody tell us they knew of it other than the people here in our group. There may be people listening, scanner listeners, etc. Their own sense of the lollygaggers, lurkers, and sandbaggers out there. We don't know who they are, though. Let's see, announcements. There's a net tomorrow night. Don't forget, 7:30 p.m. on 10 meters, 28.415. That's the triad of 10-meter nets. We had the single sideband on 28.415. The FM portion on 29.415. No, 29. What is that? 29. I forgot what it is already. 250. That's what it is. And then DMR on 29. I'm getting it all messed up. What is it on Fusion? I forgot already.
It is 2925 or 29415 FM, and then 29250 for Sleepful FM.
Yeah, that was what messed me up, man. I got it backwards, and I'm fumbling here. I realize I'm probably the oldest guy in the entire group. There may be, I don't know of any older than me. That's when it troubles me, really. So anyway, yeah, 29.415 on upper sideband. You'll be able to follow along if indeed you have, you can do FM. I mean, if you can do, if you can do upper side FM and upper sideband and C4 FM. So you can follow that. 7:30 p.m. Don't forget to be there. This is they're in their 5th year, which is really great. Finishes up here in a month or so. And he's also got a big award ceremony coming up. He'll mention that again. Award and a ceremony, I guess, on the air at on that 28.415 tomorrow night. Don't forget, 7:30 p.m. Is there any other announcements besides that? We got anything? All righty. Well, then we'll start taking check-ins. We will be starting taking check-ins from the west, but we're going to be taking those first from people short on time, mobile, or first-time check-ins. So please come now if you're one of those 3. All right, we're having a good time. You can, well, we'll start from the west. Please come now. Oh, hold on. I heard two in there. I heard Jeff. How are you doing, Jeff?
Just kind of tired. Been up a long time. But, so after I finish my transmission, I'm going to go ahead and secure. But not a whole lot going on. Just sitting there just with a dog in my lap, sipping on a pint of Guinness. Just kind of unwinding.
Let me clear that up. Is the dog sipping the pint of Guinness, or is it you?
That's me. The dog's in my lap. I'm the one that's sipping the Guinness.
Very good. I'm sure he's enjoying your lap, though. What kind of dog is it?
It's she's a glad to have the Chihuahua. She crossed over the Rainbow Bridge back on New Year's Eve. She had a bad stroke, so I had to have her euthanized, and so I had this Shih Tzu as well, but now she's pretty much taking her place, in my lap. So you got dogs, you know how they are.
Yeah, I love them. I got 6 of them, as you know. How big is the Shih Tzu? Well, the Shih Tzu can't be too much bigger than the Chihuahua, is it?
Shih Tzu's 9 pounds. The Chihuahua was 6. So she's a small dog. She's not very big. She can stay in your lap a lot, a long time, and not make your legs go to sleep.
Yeah, small dog and small feces. That's the best part.
Yeah, and small appetite.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I with my 6 dogs, I go through a 42-pound bag in 6 weeks.
Yeah, this one here, I don't know. I buy. It's not a very big bag, but it lasts a while. I kind of do the half when I feed her, when I fed them, and both of them. I do a little bit of kibble with a little bit of canned food, and it seems to like that pretty good.
Oh yeah. I think all dogs like canned food. I tried that on one of the cats. With she was eating regular dry food, so my wife brought in some wet food and put it down. Doesn't like it. Not eating it. Sorry.
Cats are finicky. They are noted for that. Why don't you carry on, Paul? So I'll say something. I'll probably get you guys tomorrow evening. So WY4G.
Very good. That was Jeff. He's in he's in Madison. I was going to say north of Nashville, but he's in Madison, which is technically part of the Nashville-Davidson Soviet bloc. I didn't mean it in a bad way. Anyway, Joel, I hear you in there. KO40 TV.
Hey, Paul, how's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty good, really. I actually got everything to work the first time tonight on the net, all the audio and video.
Yeah, I saw that little meme you got there.
Oh yeah, it's cool. I just like making. I'm trying to tick off Danny. He's the GMRS king around here.
I was sitting here the other night, and I had this scanner going pretty much constantly. I have every type of frequency you can think of in it. It doesn't do upper sideband or lower sideband or anything, but it does AM, FM, and pretty much everything military, everything you can think of just about. And I've been listening to a lot of GMRS repeaters with it. And, I got that disc on, and I have a Bowfang, what is that thing? Oh, crap. It's the green radio that I bought for like $25, and it's like I think 7 watt maybe. I can't remember. But it's the R17, I think the model is. But I keyed up on some GMRS repeaters up here with the disc on, and I didn't use any amplifiers or anything, so I was kind of impressed by that. I didn't think it would work at all being in that frequency range, but it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, no, did you hear much activity on the D-Star repeaters from where your location is?
Well, GMRS repeaters I do, but D-Star not so much.
Oh, I'm sorry, I said D-Star, not GMRS.
No, I know what you meant. Yeah, there's actually quite a bit of activity on there, especially on the weekends when I'm out here messing around on the radios. I have it playing all the time, and I definitely hear some in the 550 and the 600, which I think are down in Franklin and Brentwood, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, very good. I'm glad to hear it. Really, I'm glad. Activity anywhere is good, because even if people start out just like if they start out in CB, they often end up in ham radio. And if they start out in GMRS, I'm hoping they'll expand and jump into the ham radio world,
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely right. And I feel like there's a need for every mode of radio there is. I mean, I think there's a purpose for all of them. Absolutely, because it's. I mean, I have my GMRS license, and I've only made one or two contacts with it, but I never would have thought the discone would have transmitted it out, so I'd have hooked it up to a little SMA adapter and tried it out. And sure enough, man, I was able to hit that repeater no problem. And believe it or not, there's a lot of activity on GMRS. I think a little bit more than there is on these 2-meter repeaters around here.
Well, no, I'm glad to hear that. In my perfect world, and I thought of this actually around the tornado time, 5 or 6 or 7 years ago, and that is that everybody in the community should have a GMRS license and a little antenna. It doesn't cost much to have it. You can communicate with your neighbors. You don't have to go too far, even on Simplex, and you can hit a repeater pretty much just like you can with any of our, ham radio repeaters. And so, to me, in an emergency situation, everybody should be able to communicate.
Oh, absolutely. And you can even share your GMRS license with like family and friends as well. I think it's a small group. I forget how it went. I read up on it when I first got it, just curiosity, because there's a few ham radio operators I know that got their licenses, and I figured I'd try it too, but it was never, my thing, because, I'm so far out, it's not really I do have elevation on my side, but it actually does work out into my favor. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I believe everybody, especially in a tight-knit community or, little neighborhoods and stuff, it would really work out well because, it's a UHF still,
Yeah, and I just think it would be an advantage for everybody to be able, even if it was CB, but not everybody's going to go out and do CB with, with 100, because it doesn't cost but $40. Well, it costs 35 for. By the way, as far as I know, it's only immediate family for that 10-year license. One license for the immediate. I looked it up today, and it said the immediate family.
Okay, yeah, I knew it was something like that. It was your family or people in your group. I couldn't remember how it went, but yeah, I think that sounds right because it's been a few years since I've gotten mine. But like I say, I very seldom use it.
Yeah, all of my family's immediate.
Immediately crazy.
Yeah, immediately. I'm glad I live here and not near any of. No, that's not true. I'm glad. I wish I was a little closer to family, but these days, my generation. Prior to me, everybody stuck around kind of near the home, near the hometown, and my generation all split, to all over the planet.
Us too. My mom, she moved away. Of course, we all moved here when we were young. They moved by the time we were 18, 19 years old. They had moved. Which my dad, he was gone while, he was born in the 80s, so he was gone while, still relatively young. And he moved across the country, and then when she got older, she moved back up to Wisconsin, and my little sister, she moved up to New York, up to Buffalo for a while. I moved out traveling all over the country. My older sister stayed, and I came back. Then my little sister came back, and my mother just bought some property here, and she's coming back probably within the year. I'm going to say they're having a house built.
Cool. Good. Anything else for the net, Joel?
No, that's it for me. I'll catch you on the next one. KO4OTV. Back to net.
Yeah, Mike, did you have something?
Hey, Joel, what is your GMRS call sign?
Oh, hang on. Got it written down. It's Whiskey Romeo X-Ray Foxtrot 916.
Well, I'm just curious about how the call signs ran. Thank you for doing that.
Somebody's gonna have to tell me in English what means.
Yeah, they're kind of long.
No, what's that mean?
Oh, I must have doubled. What did you say?
No, when you had it, it's common for people to do it. When they have a delay, they go, "Wait a minute, let me get you that for you."
Got you. I had it written down because I didn't know where I put it. I wrote it down a couple days ago, and just so I could remember, and I had it written down. I got so many things written down on this desk.
No, it's like a little pause, and you have to feel like you need to fill in the pause. I had that guy in Florida, and I think I mentioned him before. He was of Puerto Rican descent. He was like first generation, I think. He might have been born in Puerto Rico, but he lived in Tampa for a long time. And he had a very high, nasally voice with a slight Spanish accent because he spoke perfect Spanish. But he would get on the air and he'd go, I was going to go downtown, but then he's putting something in between what he had to say,
I I know a lot of folks in the Northeast do that when I'm on HF.
Yeah, anyway, let's move on. Good to have you in there, Joel. That's KO4OTV. He's West Ashland City with a big signal tonight. Who else is West? Big pregnant pause there.
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Very good. I think signals sound good tonight, don't they, Greg?
Yeah, it wasn't great for me so far, but okay, nothing horrible. But I will accept the position of Simplexton Doge. Yeah, I appreciate you nominating me. I will accept that position. And just so you know, I've researched it, and we haven't taxed anybody anything or paid anybody anything.
Excellent, excellent. Of course, we're gonna have to double check that.
We'll do it quick.
Oh yeah, no, quick and painless. Now we're probably the cheapest part of any communication system on the planet because we all buy our own crap, you know. Anyway, anything else, Greg?
Nope. 84C.
Okay, Greg may be working for Doge soon. Jack, are you out there?
Yeah, I'm here, KG4 ILV.
All right, just checking on the mail or what?
No, just listening here. I got pretty good conditions tonight, I think.
Yeah, they seem pretty good. They seem very good. So far, so good. Yeah, I was hoping you liked the thumbnail there.
Yeah, that was good.
No, it is good. We're excluding GMRS from everything because they need to start picking up the slack, you know.
Yeah, I'm tired of pulling their weight.
Yeah, no, actually, like I said, I wish there was more. I'm going to get my GMRS license. Okay, that's my promise. I'm going to get a license here shortly.
Yeah, I've got a GMRS radio, but I haven't got a license yet.
Oh, pirate station. Okay, I wouldn't even say that.
No, I haven't even been on it yet.
Oh, I know. I'm telling you. No, but I could. In fact, my both angle. I'm pretty sure I'll transmit on the GMRS frequencies, but I'll figure it out.
That's pretty cool. All right, well, good seeing everybody for breakfast this morning, and thanks for doing that, Paul. See you on the next one, KG4 ILV.
Yeah, that's Jack and Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Who else is West?
KG4 TNQ.
Hey, Charles. Anything good going on? Feeling better?
Oh, yes, much better. Yeah, made a dramatic turnaround this week.
Excellent, excellent. Now, like I said, I was a little troubled when I realized today. Not realized. I kind of came to a head in my mind that went to breakfast. I realized I'm the only person oldest at the breakfast, and I can't think of anybody in the group that's older than me. And I'm like, oh, great.
Well, just be glad that you're the oldest and you get the most wisdom.
Oh, I don't know about that. My wife will challenge you on that one.
So anyway, just out riding around, I noticed that Jack is on it like really high ground over there off 11th and Pike. I mean, if you look around from right out from the street from he lives on, you don't see nothing but treetops all the way out forever.
Yeah, although he still has trouble on some bands coming to the east.
Yeah, I don't see why, because man, he's high up. You look around, you don't see nothing but just sky for as far as you can see.
Yeah, that's cool. Jack, are you verifying that rule?
Yeah, I live on a ridge. It kind of overlooks Elm Hill Pike.
Oh, okay, very good. No, it's good to be there. I mean, elevation is great, just like mine is excellent. And then Eric was at the breakfast this morning. He said he did check on his elevation. He's like 900 and something feet, plus that's his at the ground level. Plus he's got his antenna is attached to his chimney, so it's got another 20 something feet. Plus he's got like a 20-foot mast on it, so he's kicking butt.
He's got me beat, but he sounds really good over here. But I'm not that far from Goodlettsville, isn't it?
Yes. No, he's doing fine. I mean, you got to be careful, man. We'll just we'll mandate he be net control.
I'm all for that.
You want to get rid of me?
No. I mean, when you retire.
Okay, retire or move on. Like Jeff said, go over the Rainbow River or whatever that was called.
And you're only 1 year older than me, so you're not that that far ahead.
Yeah, no, we're both cancer survivors, except you survived more.
Well, whatever. We're both here.
Oh, at the moment, yeah, that's correct. Anyway, anything else, Jack?
No, back to you, KG4 ILD.
Yeah, very good. That's Jack and Donaldson. Who else is west or south?
Oh, KG4 CYJ.
Very good. Everything going well for you, James?
yeah, not too bad. Hand's healing up, so I can't wait for it to heal up so I can actually start using it to get out there and do things that I need to get done.
Did it really take out that big a chunk of flesh, or what?
No, it was more of a crushing and puncture between the knuckle and the palm of the hand, basically. So she got the knuckle and she got the inside of the finger inside the knuckle, pretty deep and crushing at the same time. So a lot of tissue damage and needs to kind of be healed.
So you have a lifelong memory of your dog.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's more than just pictures and a memorial on the wall we hung up and built, and her remains sitting in the urn. Every time I try to move my finger, I remember her.
Oh, I'll bet. Well, you don't think there's anything permanent, right?
I hope not. They didn't seem overly concerned when I had it checked out, so I'm trying not to worry too much. It's just going to take time.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net?
No, sir, doing a fine job. Thanks for picking me up, and just enjoy being here. K84 TYJ.
Very good. That's Jim in Woodbury. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet with a good signal. Who else is Nook South?
Coming.
Hold on, Mike. I believe that was Larry. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. A little rough to me tonight. Were you copying Larry, Mike?
Oh, yeah, I have a good copy of Larry.
I got barely anything. Good to have you in there, Larry. I don't want to hang out if you're. I can't barely hear you, but that's Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. If you got anything to say, Michael, relay it to me. If you got anything. I caught all of that. Very good. 5 on D-Star. Yeah, we had 7 on DMR, which is a big. That's a gangbuster night for us on DMR, and then Mike had 9 on C4 FM, but I'm not sure I believe him. But we're all good. The good nets, the only ones around for that matter. That was Larry, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor, and he's in Rockville. Who else is? Oh my! By the way, how much power do you have on D Star on your net? How much power do you use? I'm sorry, say that again. There was somebody keyed up there. Oh, you see, there's somebody trying to get in from Manchester? Oh, very good. Who is that? Because I'm not copying. Oh, very good. But do you have the call?
Barry, what's your call? I didn't get it. I think it's KK4MKC.
KK Kilo 4 Mike Kilo Hotel. Is that correct? I'm not hearing anything.
I think that's right, Paul.
Okay. Oh, very good. That's Barry in. I think it's Bedford County. Is that correct? Ah, very good. Appreciate that, Larry, on a relay. Kilo 4 Mike Romeo. Mike Kilo Hotel, Bedford County. I believe the name was Barry. Appreciate you being there, Barry, if you can hear me. Who else is south? Wow, you're not running low power, are you, David? No, you got a rough copy tonight, so the conditions are a little weird for us. Normally, you're doing real well in here. Well, very good. Anything for the net? Yes, I think I got that. Mike Kilo Hotel is the suffix. Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net? All right. Hope you're doing well. That was David. He's in Reedyville. Kilo India 4 November Delta November. Who else is south? Surprised we don't have Tony in here tonight. All right, nobody else south. We're going to the east.
KM4YRF.
Very good. Michael in Mount Juliet, Kilo Mike 4 Yankee, Romeo Foxtrot. Anything good for the net besides your melodious voice?
No, I was just going to ask Jim. It wasn't his trigger finger, was it?
Jim, you still out there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you get your trigger finger messed up?
No, my trigger finger's good to go.
Okay, very good. You got that answer, Mike?
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Very good. So nothing else on for the net there, Mike?
That's it for me, Paul. Go ahead. Thank you for doing what you did.
Yeah, whatever. What do I do? Who else is that was Mike KM4YRF here in Mount Juliet, about 2 miles from the ski lift. I can see his house from the top of the lift. Who else is east? Hey, it was good to see you at breakfast this morning.
Enjoyed it as always.
Oh yeah, it's always a lot of fun. Even though you were most of it, both ends of the table were talking and not to each other.
Well, we were just up in. We had honestly, I think 3 different sets of conversations going on at the same time.
Oh yeah, and not necessarily coherent.
Well, I mean, there were times when I was talking to Jack and to Frank, and there were times when I was talking to Eric and Mike, and there was times when I was looking, kind of looking and listening to you and Brian down on the other end.
Yeah, no, it's kind of funny. Well, no, I'd be happy if there was another dozen in there, but we haven't had that many recently.
That's true. It's been a while since we've had that many.
We're going to have a special event where I have a well-known speaker, or maybe we can bring in one of our experts to discuss a certain aspect of ham radio. We might get a few more show up.
Yeah, that's always a thought.
Anyway, anything good for the net?
Oh no, you were talking about the GMRS stuff a while ago, and I caught part of that, but I do have mine on that as well, which is WRXL 951. But I don't have one set up here at the house. Hadn't really thought about that until listening to y'all talk about that.
I'm telling you what, I guess I don't. And the reason I didn't get a GMRS license was because I can't remember a call that long.
Well, the only reason I did, in all seriousness, what most people get for GMRS radio and little HTs, they fall below the power limit to have a license. But if they're 100 milliwatts or something like that. But the one that's in my Jeep is a 15 watt, so it falls above that level. So you have to have a license at anything. I think it's above 1 watt.
Right. Well, I think you need a license regardless. The FRS you don't need one, but the GMRS you do.
Correct.
Yeah. No, I understand. But it's all good. I mean, maybe we'll even. I hate to say this, but if somebody'd like to, I'll have Danny do a GMRS net. That's what'll happen.
I bet he'd be up for that.
That'd be great. No, really, I'm serious. I think that might be a good thing. And GMRS is cheap to get into compared to all the other modes we got here. Anyway, nothing else for the net, Carrie? I lose you, Carrie?
I'm here.
Oh no, nothing else for the net.
That's about it for tonight. Other than the only other comment I got is the 9-pound Shih Tzu is small compared to my 16-pound Shih Tzu.
Oh, is that right? So they do vary in like standard size versus miniature, huh?
Yeah, they most of them are in that 5 to 10 pound range, but I always call mine a one-eyed wide body Shih Tzu. And most of the time we talk to him around here, and it's, "Hey, fat boy, come here."
So you got the bowling ball model.
Say again?
So you got the bowling ball model.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. Wait, have you overfed him? Have you?
He was a rescue.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, very good. Well, all dogs are. I love all our dogs. I don't love them all the time when they're annoying, but yeah, I do like the dogs.
I hear you. I've got one underneath my feet right now, and the other one's snoring in the living room somewhere. All right, well, that's all I got tonight. Have a good week, and we will try to catch y'all a little bit later on. KK5S.
All right, very good. That's Carrie in Baird's Mill, Kilo 5 Sierra. Anybody else east? Nobody else east? Then we're moving on to the north. Please come now.
KB9RKK. EWI.
Okay, well, I got 2 in there. I got Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. Everything well since we talked this morning there, Frank?
Yes, sir. Everything's great. Had a good visit with my buddy, and we're moving forward.
Oh, very good. Yeah, it's well, like I said, I have some understanding of that routine. I had in my last marriage, I took in my ex's mother for a fairly long period of time in her final months, and then also took in my mother and my mother-in-law here in Mount Juliet for a couple of years. So I'm familiar with having to tend to people's medical needs.
Yeah, but then they start causing you to have them. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, no, it's well, yeah, it can be. That's correct, but yeah, mental health maybe.
Yeah, no, it was good. I mean, we're still trying to find him a place, but he's understanding. He seems to be, obviously he's not jumping for joy, but he's like, I get it. But he's just hoping that, it won't be someplace too far, totally out of the area. But they're trying, and we'll see what happens.
Well, it just seems to me, and again, I'm hardly an expert on that area at all, but it just seems to me there shouldn't be somebody who doesn't have, I wouldn't say what you told me he had in money, financial abilities, not very much money, but there's got to be a space to fill in there somewhere, because he can't live in some people, and I'll throw him in there with it, they can't live alone in an apartment. And so they need to have more, there just needs to be another types of facilities for that type of person.
Yeah, so far struck out on 98 of them. Number 99, we're waiting for it tomorrow. But he may have to go to Franklin, Kentucky, which I told him isn't too bad. That's probably not a bad thing. It's not too far anyway.
No, that's within about an hour from here, right?
Yeah, about maybe a little less, but it's fine. I told him it's closer in a way driving time wise than Franklin, Tennessee. So it's like that's fine.
Yeah, no, it's I really the people who are incapacitated in any kind of a way where they can't take care of themselves and they have relatively limited finances. So what are you going to do? Just throw them out? I mean, a bum gets treated better, than somebody who's got that middle of the road crap,
Yeah, I know, and that's what he told me. Just give me time. The system's not perfect, but it'll catch up with them, and we'll figure something out. So that's what we're doing there. And then right when we were leaving, I got a darn text message. I guess one of my coworkers was in a bad wreck, and him and his wife are both in the hospital. So I think he just got released, but he's got 2 cracked vertebrae. She's got a bruised aorta. So it's like, which is more stress for me. I mean, not just because of my friend, but also work-wise. He's like 20% of the brains, so it's like that puts more stress on me.
Oh yeah, well, life goes on, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, but otherwise, at least, knock on wood, I'm doing okay. It was nice seeing everybody this morning, and I was glad I was able to make it. But I got nothing else. You can turn it back over to KB9RKK.
Yeah, very good. That was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo, and he's here in Mount Juliet, up close to the Wilson-Davidson County line in the northwest. West, I heard you in there.
Hey, everything's good. Possum Town. I could not hear the Manchester station. I turned the beam down there. Otherwise, I've heard everybody. Everything is good here. KE4TWI.
Very good. Nothing for the net, eh?
I wish I had something. I'm sitting here drinking coffee. Yes, caffeinated, not decaf. And I'll see y'all on the secret 223 KE4TWI.
All right, very good. That was Wes in Possum Town, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. Who else is north?
WB0NOO.
You got your GMRS license, Mark?
Yeah, I do. I renewed my ham license in December and got a GMRS at the same time. I haven't talked to anybody on it, but I've got radios for it.
No, more than one?
Yeah, I've got a couple of commercial radios that that I use over here. In fact, I'm on one now.
Yeah. Yeah, the commercial ones are expensive, aren't they?
No, not if you buy them used on eBay. But it just happens that I've had experience with them, so programming them and all that kind of stuff is not a problem.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I guess I've never owned one, but I understand some of them are pretty tough if you don't have the software.
Yeah, they're impossible if you don't have the software. But I have the software. But I also have a bone to pick with you. I'm older than you.
Yeah, I just remembered that as you started that, well, even before you said bone to pick, I said, wait a minute, Mark's older than me, but not too much. What were we born? 47?
44.
Oh wow, wow. Yeah, it's almost 5 full years. That's unbelievable. Well, you're doing well though for 44, from born in 44. As I think I mentioned before, my son, when he realized when I was born, I don't know why he had this revelation. He was probably about 13 or 14 in that range, and he said, and having been, he knew I was born in 49. He goes, you were born in the first half of the 20th century.
Yeah. Yep. I was looking at my grandmother the other day, and she was born, excuse me, my great grandmother was born in 1873. And you think about that, that's not very long after the Civil War.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I had I had looked at a bunch of my stuff in Ancestry, and it is fascinating when you put them into the picture of what year they were born. Uh, I have one of my relatives who I didn't even know he existed until I found him on Ancestry.com, and he was, I may have mentioned, I'm sure I mentioned it before, but he was, he lived in Ontario because his family were loyalists. Most of my mother's side of the family were loyalists that moved to Canada from various places in the Northeast. And I have no idea what the motivation was, but he joined the Union Army and he fought in the battles in Virginia.
Yeah. Well, my family was here for the Revolutionary War. They came in 1628. We tracked them all back that far.
Oh, wow. See, I know just one that I know of. He lived in New Hampshire, and he was a Minuteman. He was one of those Minutemen.
Yep, that's pretty cool.
Ah.
But anyway, that's about all I got over here. There is a GMRS net, by the way. Sumner County has one. Danny knows about it. I think I've heard him on it, but I've never checked in.
But that's on a repeater, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why'd you have to bring that up?
Well, if you want to talk, you need a repeater.
Do you know? I'm telling you, I'm going to get Danny to lead the charge on doing a simplex net.
A GMRS simplex net?
Yeah.
It's hard to get across, I think.
It's just because it's 70 centimeters?
Well, that and so many of the guys have got portable units, so they do good with the repeater and they sound fine, but for the simplex, they're not going to talk much more across the street.
Well, again, just think about what's happened on our nets, on the DMR, D-Stars, C4FM. Most people had 5 watt or less, especially on 220. Everybody had 5 watts or 2 watts or some ridiculous number, even on some of the big mobile units. And now we've got, we got as many as 12 or 13 people when there was only a couple that had them before that. So it kind of drives the business, I say business, this business in that direction.
Yeah, you suckered me in. So I've even got a spare 220 rig if you know anybody that needs a repeater.
You make it sound like this is a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, it is. Except if you lose money, you don't gain anything.
No, you gain the enjoyment of all these wonderful hams that we have in Middle Tennessee, man.
What band is it?
What band is which? GMRS?
What, you said you had a GMRS Retivas?
Oh, I have a no. I've got a G. I can do GMRS on the THF 6A.
Cheater.
I didn't say I did it. I just said I have it. No, I would get a GMRS machine, sure.
Hey, Wes, the Retivas I have is the 220.
Interesting. Shoot me an email. KE4TW.
You were talking to Mark, right?
Yeah, I've got some Retiva stuff for yours, which nobody ever talks about. 2 watts only VHF. But all right, yeah, I'm interested. KE4TW.
All right, very good. That was Wes, and that was Mark. Whiskey Bravo Zero, November Oscar Oscar. Who else is North?
Remember, Danny.
Hey, Danny, hold on one second. I got Brian. Brian, are you mobile tonight?
Yeah, K360P is mobile.
Very good. You got off right at 8, did you?
8:30.
Oh, that's right. See, here it is. It's 8:41. Very good. Anything good for the net tonight?
No, about 55,000 people so far have applied for a permit for a gun.
55,000 just in Tennessee. That's awesome. Just think if we had an anti-gun president in there, what would happen?
We'd probably have about 75,000.
I think you're right. It turns out that the Democrats sell more guns than the Republicans do.
Oh, absolutely. The minute they say they're going to do something, it opens everything up.
I know it's crazy. It really is kind of crazy. Well, it's one of those things. It says, it's like a kid. If you say I can't have it, they want it.
Yeah, now they're pushing this new bill. I guess they basically put something in there that people 18 to 21 could have pistols, but it hasn't gone through yet. So I have a feeling that's going to get knocked back down.
Which is going to be knocked back down? I got distracted there for a moment.
18 to 21 can, buy a pistol, which is not the way it is right now. It's all 21 up for pistols. And some guys pushing the thing through, but it's going to go to the federal court.
I wouldn't be surprised if they make it 18, because if you can be 18 and be handed a weapon in the military, if you can be 18 and smoke, you can be 18 and drink, you can be 18 and drive. It would be 18 that's an adult, 18.
Well, you can't drink at 18. That's a federal, state laws. 21's the drinking age. You can only drink if you're in the military at 18. And that's not even true anymore.
No, you're right. I messed up on that part about the drinking. And again, you and I both grew up in states that had 18-year-old the drinking was, and everybody drank at 16.
No, I don't know how. I lived in Pennsylvania. We had to drive to New York to go drinking. And you lost a lot of people. A lot of kids didn't make it through college or even high school because of car accidents.
I think that was the plan. Yeah, no, it's it was funny because we had all the Canadians coming over the border too.
Yeah, it's sort of a deal all the way around. Although I do remember going up to Canada to drink. That was a big deal.
That's where you learned to drink that Molson 12-horse ale.
Yeah, I think we got the 9-horse. Only went through 9 times instead of 12. And I'll tell you that Labatt 50 isn't any good either.
You got to be tough, man. It's like the Russians. They're tough. The Canadians are tough drinkers.
Yeah, if it doesn't taste like a cardboard box, it's beer to the Canadians.
Yeah, I'm with you. Anything else on that, Brian?
That's it. All the guys today, and wish there were more there.
Oh yeah, we were glad to see you there. That was Brian. He's in Hendersonville or somewhere about there, mobile, and that's KA3 Charlie Tango Papa. Danny, got you in there.
Hello, Paul. I finally made it.
You think I can sucker you into doing a GMRS simplex net?
Well, we actually did it a little different tonight. We broke off into groups and then went back to the repeater and recorded who all
how we could hear and everything. And I actually heard, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in probably a 25-mile radius.
Well, that's really good. I was just telling you were missed because we were having a conversation about this earlier, and Mark said that you're going to have a tough time on GMRS and Simplex just simply because of the limitations, you know. And I said, well, we had that same issue with 70 centimeter. We have that same issue with 220, and we made it work. People went out and got the radios.
That's right. Well, I'm pushing, you know, whenever we have our meetings to tell everybody you need to get an antenna. Of course, half these people live in HOAs, and so, you know, they're limited to that. So, you know, what it can be.
No, I'm just saying that I don't want to do another net, and I don't want to force one on anybody else. But you'd be willing to do that if we ever get around to doing something like that, a licensed Simplex net.
Sure, I'll try it. You know, especially whenever I get my antenna up where I can hear. I'm only 15 foot off the ground right now, and I actually hear pretty good.
Yeah, no, you're doing pretty good. Your elevation's not too bad there in the first place.
That's good. I'm about 620, I believe, where I'm at.
Wait, you didn't hear what Eric has over there in Goodlettsville, did you?
I wouldn't hear them, but I've heard him say before. He's probably what, 800-900.
He's 900 plus the antenna, the antenna and mast height taken probably move another 40 feet.
Yeah, that's how David is. You know, W4NP.
Right. Well, yeah, he's got a big signal too. Anyway, well, I will work on that. We'll. I promise everybody I'm going to get my GMRS license, and from my immediate family of one here.
All right. Well, I'm quite sure we could work together because one of the guys I worked with in Old Hickory tonight.
Well, again, it wouldn't hurt. I mean, even if it was, you know, it's like this on Simplex. If we had more people trying to relay in if they couldn't reach, and they do. There's occasions where we have to relay in regular people, you know, regular to our net, just because it's bad conditions. So wouldn't be any different than that.
Right.
So I just, you know, I mean, I'd like, and I think, and I was just, you missed what we were talking about, but I would like, you know, I said it early on in the net, close to the beginning, about that. If we'd start doing, you know, just like in our nets, it drove a lot of people to do better with antennas and their power in the height of the antennas to get into the nets that they wanted to be in. Now, everybody doesn't want to do that, so that's why we don't have 500 people. You know, but the fact is, if you did that with GMRS, I'm confident it would drive more people into GMRS and better antennas and better rigs.
Oh, I know. Yeah, they've actually moved into their mobile antenna in their car, and you know it's helping them out. You know, and, but you know the main reason we do it is in case you know something happens and the repeater goes down, and you know you got to get contact. You know.
Well, that was my little fever dream some years ago around the tornado time, was that it would really be advantageous if everybody in neighborhoods all had GMRS radios, because even if they were just a handheld, because then you could talk to your neighbors. At least you could talk to your neighbors. Now you wouldn't be able to, and maybe even in repeaters, but at least you'd have communications in an emergency.
Oh yeah, you ought to hear the amount of traffic I hear around here.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. I joke about it, but you didn't see the meme I put up for the net tonight?
No, I didn't. I haven't had the chance to even click on it yet.
Oh, you need to go look. Well, we won't see it now, but if you go to the beginning of the net, if you started from the beginning, you'll see that the meme mentions GMRS in it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, it's going to be cool until you'll see it. Anyway, that was Danny. He is in, I forgot the name of the place. I'll think of it in a second. It's near, it's near Cottontown, and it's Station Camp. That's what it is. I knew it would come to me. And that's KD4GON, and that's Danny. A good signal in spite of the fact that he's using his substandard height antenna. Who else is north? Hold on, Carlin. What's up, Greg?
Yeah, the dilemma with GMRS is, are we going to illegally use our ham radios, our bow fangs, or our opened up dual banders? Because it's not legal. so then we really get to spend some money. And so we get kickbacks. So I
Well, no, I'm not suggesting that everybody use a radio not an a non-FCC approved GMRS radio. I'm saying that if they just do better with even if you do 5 watts on it, but it needs to be an approved radio, of course. I don't want people arbitrarily. I mean, if we're ham radio guys and we play by the rules here, we need to play by the rules on GMRS as well.
Yeah, exactly. But like a bow thing, usually 5R would not be FCC compliant.
No, definitely not. Not even if you put what you did, you weld the antenna on. Now, would that make it right? A fixed antenna.
Yeah, yeah. 2 watts, fixed antenna with your left hand tied behind your back. Anyway, I'm just saying it's a dilemma. KD4 TV.
Yeah, it's a dilemma. Only in that, like I said, I think it would drive more people to get better involved in GMRS, and even some of the more GMRS only people might be driven to get into ham radio as well because they see that Simplex is a neat way to do things.
Yeah, and I've had my GMRS license for like 2 years now, and I've got legal stuff and it's not so legal stuff that I would use only in an emergency.
Well, that's kind of the key, though, is if you have to, I can transmit with my, not this one, and the other radio that I have that's opened up. I could transmit on anywhere I want, but I wouldn't do it unless it was an emergency.
Very good, yeah. Anyway.
Very good. That was Greg throwing in his 4 cents worth. Carlin, what's up?
Just sitting here watching how the atmosphere is messing with all the doggone signals here. I watched you drop all the way down to an F5 and then all the way back up to an F40. And then it'll settle down about where you normally at, around about an F20, and then it'll start doing it again. And I'm going like, doggone, well, somebody's put a blender in the atmosphere tonight.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Have you looked at the weather maps to see what the reason is? I mean, is it cloud systems or front systems moving in, or what is it?
There's cold front moving through it. Apparently, it's between me and you somewhere. I was looking at the radar a minute ago, and there was a line of showers that was going. It was here. It's been a while ago. That was splitting right through Sumner County, northeast and southwest, and moving easterly. And I was looking at that, and I was thinking, well, the front probably through here, so I don't know if it made it down through there where you're at or not, or if it's on top of you or what. But it's really so left. Some of the other guys are just dead solid like they always been. But it's just West a minute ago when he checked in, he was about an what was that? He was an S9 over here. So I don't know. It's affecting the signals and stuff around here. So I was like, boy, I was wondering if maybe the wind was blowing that hard down there or not. But I thought, well, it's probably just the atmosphere is all mixed up and gooey. So anyway, hello to everybody on the net. Hope everybody's having a good time tonight. It's gonna get cold. It looks like. It's done dropping out there big time, and so I don't know. Things going okay with you, Paul?
Oh, yeah, doing great. Yeah, I'm glad you got your thing resolved. I'm glad Danny got what he wanted from you, and you got the money from him. And that was cool. That was a cool exchange. Very quickly resolved too. If he didn't buy it, I was going to buy it.
I've got to go to the hospital yet to try to get them off my back. So makes me think of that movie that Will Smith's in it. He keeps telling that other character about if you don't come up off my back. And that's kind of what I feel about telling them that at that dang hospital. So I don't know. But anyway, enough of that garbage, because that's all it is. Drama garbage. Anyway, I just been sitting there and listening to Danny come up and he looked at things. He was over there and he seen some little couplings. In automotive, they got these pipes where you have to put this little fitting and slide down in it to get the spring to let loose of the hose to pull off the end of a metal, pipe or something. And I said, oh, that's what those are for. Because they were different colors. And there, and I didn't think no about it, Then after he done left, later
on the eastern. I walked over there and I looked at that and I said, okay, well, what's this little box down here? Oh, well, that's probably this box to this microphone I'm talking on right now. This hand mic is plugged up to this 2000. So I pulled it out and I thought, no, that's kind of heavy. And it's another mic. Well, I mean, and it's the 8-pin modular version of this mic. This has got an 8-pin metal connector on it. And it's brand new in the box. And I did not know I had that thing here. And I opened it up and the receipt's in it where I bought it back in 2010. It's been sitting there all this time and I didn't even know I had it. And I was like, golly, like normal power, golly. I was just really shocked. So it's making me want to start searching around here now to see what else might be hid around here that I've completely forgotten of. So I don't know. But anyway, I'll hush up. Maybe I've talked enough that somebody else has got in here and wants to check in. And I'll turn it back over to you and hope everything's going okay with you too. So with that said, KD4VW turns it back over to net control.
Yeah, very good. Good to have you in there, Carlin. That was Carlin Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey, Bethpage, Angeltown area. Who else is? Where was I? North.
November 8th, November Hotel Tango.
You know, you need to like text me or something because I'm wearing headphones and you about blew my eardrums out.
You're talking to me?
Yes, of course. Who else would I be? Yes. I should have said, but yes.
Yeah, roger that. I'm on the old ICOM 298.
Well, it's doing a good job for you, that's for sure. And you're on that Astron. Astron, is it?
No, that's 10 meters. I'm on a what do you call it? Slim Jim. I'm on a Slim Jim in the attic. The 10 meters is the Antron 99. And Hayden's here too to check in.
Ah, very good. Hayden, you there? You going to check in now?
Yes, this is Kilo Quebec 4 Tango Uniform Bravo.
Very good. How you doing there, Hayden?
Good. We went to a restaurant earlier. I had a good day.
Oh man, you should talk your dad into going over to the Golden Corral this morning. We had a good time.
I think we forgot about that. I think we were like doing something else, like going to my brother's game.
Ah, okay, yeah. It's family kind of gets in the way, doesn't it?
Yep.
Well, very good, Hayden. Anything good for the net?
What?
Anything good for the net?
No, that's about it. This is Kilo Quebec 4 Tango Uniform Bravo signing off.
Very good. That's Hayden, Kilo Quebec 4 Tango Uniform Bravo. Pretty sure he's the youngest one to check in tonight. Hayes, you still checking in? And we don't need an age though on you.
Yeah, this is N8NHT. I'll turn it back over to you, Paul.
All right, very good. Looking forward to having you at another breakfast soon. November 8th, November Hotel Tango. That's Hayes in Hendersonville. Big signal to me. I mean, it really just blows my ears out here on 2 meters. Who else is north?
Kilo, November 4, Echo Romeo India, Eric in Goodlettsville.
There we go. You didn't get too far on you 220 because I couldn't hear you when you were on earlier because I heard Danny. He was trying to get in touch with you.
With me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't hear it. I missed it. But yeah, have them on QRZ. I got my email address and all that stuff. And yeah, have them give me a holler there.
Okay. No, Danny was trying to hear. I don't remember if he could bear. Danny, you still there? Guess not. No, he was saying he did hear you for a moment, but it was a very weak station. And I thought, man, he's got the elevation and he's got power. You should be able to get to Danny because Danny's over there in station camp just over by Cottontown.
Was that when I was trying to call on the 220?
Yes.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, this radio, I haven't quite figured it out yet, but yeah, I didn't get my antenna up all the way. So, like my GP9, whatever, the top of it's at like 60 feet. But I couldn't get this one all done in time, so I got it only 20 feet off of the roof and the chimney there, and then I just ran the cable out the door. So we'll see if it works, but I'll eventually put it up another 10 feet. And it was great seeing everybody at the breakfast this morning, as always. Back to you.
Oh yeah, we had a good time. Always have a good time at the breakfast. People, kind of like-minded people, at least dealing with some of the subjects anyway. Well, that was Eric. He's in Goodlettsville, Kilo November 4 Echo Romeo India, and he's got an excellent elevation and getting a better antenna up on 220. So he's going to be gangbusters with that new one. Anybody else, North?
Comment.
Hey, go ahead. Hold on. Who was the comment?
I was curious what antenna did Eric put up for 220?
Yeah, which antenna did you put up for 220, Eric?
Yeah, I put up the comment, the CA22 Super, I believe it is.
Oh, that's the single band one. I mean, the single band one.
Yeah, I copied that. It's a single band, yeah.
Okay, very good. You copied that, did you, Carlin?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I was curious if he put up one of these like I'm running right now, the 333 tri-band. I didn't know that. But yeah, I'm familiar with that antenna he's talking about. Anyway, let me get there and let that other breaker get in there.
All right. Who else do we have in there?
Who was that?
Kilo 4. What was the rest of it? I'm sorry. You're not too strong tonight. One more time. I missed it. Yeah, just a little slower for me, please. Oh, Kilo 4 Bravo Tango November. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, no, somebody else was saying that too. My signal's been up and down, and even though I haven't changed the darn thing, and he said it goes from S5 to 10 or 20 over. So yeah, we got some kind of a cold front or something moving in that's messing with the signals. Hey, do me a favor. I know your QRZ page. It seems to me you don't go by Brock, though, do you? No, I'm with you. No, I get. Well, some people have that on there, and oftentimes somebody will have their QRZ listing with their legal name, but they'll say and maybe an abbreviation for their middle initial, and then they'll say in the text, I go by whatever the middle initial stood for. I go by Tony or I go by Jack or whatever. But I was, for some reason, I thought you weren't going by Brock. I don't know why. I was just confused. Oh yeah, well you're a good distance here, so your system's working well. Very good. That was Brock, Kilo 4 Bravo Tango November. He's in Springfield. Not a huge signal at the moment, but I could hear him just fine. And if you're on YouTube, you could also hear him. But and Springfield it's about 38 miles from me. And of course, there's going to be people west of me that won't be able to, or not west, but let's see. Springfield is, in fact, he's way up there. In fact, north of Springfield, so it's quite a stretch. Anyway, 38 miles, pretty good for 38 miles though. And he's only doing less than 50. I think he said 40 watts. Did I hear? 20 watts. Okay, beef it up next time. Very good. 20 watts from Springfield's doing darn good at 38 miles, and especially over all that terrain. Anyway, anybody else north or anywhere? Nobody else, north or anywhere? All right, we're going to have to run down the list here for those that might be lingering. The dilly-dalliers, we're looking for spuddlers, landlubbers, sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, lackards, repeater kerchunkers, shape-shifting, lizard people, moon landing deniers, moon occupied by aliens, and those that deny that they're aliens living on it. And that there are people living on the backside of the moon with colonies. The flat earthers, the flat-chested flat earthers, the flat earth deniers, the scanner listeners, SDR donglers, preppers, and end-time survivalists. Any of those, please come now. Okay, I think that wraps it up then. We didn't have any of those today. Again, Scott must be on vacation, man. He's supposed to check in on those. We had a monstrous 22 people tonight, which is really a good night for us. A little above average, but you know, we're not knocking down any trade barriers here with foreign entities. Anyway, we're going to go right now over to 144.240 unless I hear somebody complain. I shouldn't say that. People complain anyway. All right, 144.240 it is. We'll see you there in a moment. All righty, we're at 144.240 here on Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net, looking for check-ins right from the west.
KG4ILV.
Very good. Great signal from Jack, KG4ILV, and Donaldson. Who else is west? All right, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Greg in Antioch, another nice signal. Who else is west? Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. A good signal from Charles in West Nashville. Who else? Anybody else west? How about south?
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet.
Very good. Good signal from Jim all the way down there in Woodbury. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Who else is south? Anybody south or east?
KM4YRF.
Michael, KM4YRF here in Mount Juliet. Big signal to me. Don't even need headphones or even a radio. Who else is east?
KK5S.
Kilo, good signal from Cary as well. Kilo 5 Sierra. Which radio? And are you using a stock mic on that radio?
Me?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, you, Cary.
Yes, whatever came with this IC706.
All right, no, I just noticed it seems to have it's not a criticism. It just because it's a communication thing. We're not trying to be broadcasters here, but it's fairly narrow in its quality, but very high resolution in the sound. You know, it's got a really clear sound to it.
Huh. No, I never have bothered to change it. Mike, you have to put anything different on it.
No, I wouldn't expect you to. I mean, it's doing a fine job for you. It really is. I mean, the clarity is near perfect. You know.
Well, that's funny because it looks like something that came out of a Cracker Jack box.
Oh, I know. But ICOMs, they use a little different system in their microphones than most of the other guys, but they do a good job.
Yeah, as far as I bought this radio secondhand, but as far as I know, this is the original mic.
Oh, wow. Well, it was good to see you at the breakfast this morning.
Same here.
All right, anything else for the net?
That's it.
All right, very good. That's Kilo 5 Sierra Cary in Baird's Mill. Who else is east? Anybody else east or north?
Kilo Quebec 4 Tango Uniform Bravo.
All righty, we got Hayden, Kilo Quebec 4 Tango Uniform Bravo with a nice signal. Who else is north?
November 8, November Hotel Tango.
Very good. We got Hayes in there, November 8, November Hotel Tango. But equally good signal. Who else is north?
WB0NOO.
WB0NOO. Very good. Yeah, all of the icons are that way, aren't they, Mark? That they all have those different elements that everybody else doesn't use?
Yeah, I think they got electric bikes and they require power on that.
Right. That's what was my understanding. And they're really more for communications. I mean, the direct community, not just, you know, they're not going to be, I don't think you can make them broadbanded, can you? They're a broader spectrum on the scope, so to speak.
Yeah, I don't know. My ICOM, I had a mic problem with one of them, but it was just because the plastic on the mic is covering up the hole. So I took it apart, drilled a hole in it, and it worked fine.
You know how many times I've heard that story from all over the ham radio when people say that they drilled out the hole in their handheld.
Yeah, well, if you got an icon, but it seems like that's a pretty common issue.
Don't you think they get the message?
You know, they're so busy making radios, I don't think they care.
All right. Well, they figure that you feel good about solving the problem anyway, and it's a simple one. Anyway, that was Mark. Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar Oscar. Who else is North? Well, I had two in there. I'm going to take Eric first. There was Kilo. It's Kilo 4. I got to get it right. Kilo November 4. That's right. Kilo November 4. Echo Romeo India, and he's in Goodlettsville. Big signal. I believe I heard KB9 RKK. Is that you, Frank? Ah, very good. We got Frank in there here in Northwest Mount Juliet. Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. Who else we got? Anybody else north or anywhere? Okay, we got Carlin in there. Carlin is, I get it right in my brain. Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. Who else? Anybody else? Nobody anyplace, anywhere? Is anybody hearing anything I don't hear? I'm surprised Wes wasn't in there.
Yeah, where is Wes?
He's probably out making another cup of coffee.
Well, he said earlier he would see us on 220.
Oh, all right, very good. Maybe I don't know if he does well on that because he you know, Wes is on that just for Carl in particular. Wes uses that what do you call it, the log periodic, but he normally is pointing at me. So for you to hear it well, very good with a good strong signal. He's coming off the side of that antenna to hit you. Anyway, is anybody else out there on here on 144.240? Kilo 4. Oh, that was BTN. It's you, isn't it, Brock? Yeah, in fact, your signal, you're in this band. I don't know what's happening with the conditions, but your voice is kind of warbly. You know, it's changing in its pitch as it talks, like it's disturbed. You know, so it sounds different than it does on the 2 meters. On a 2 meter FM, I should say. So it's obviously, I think it's conditions doing that. Anyway, that was Brock again coming in from Springfield, Kilo 4 Bravo Tango November. I'm glad you checked in there, Brock. Who else? Anybody? Any place? Anywhere? All right, we had 14 people on the upper sideband 144.240, which might be a record, I think. So we're doing great, and we're having a good time, as they say. We're going to move right over to 50.135, unless I hear somebody jump in there. Anybody copying anything? All right, I'll take this as a no. We're going over to 50.135, K4P. And my dogs are running out the door thinking I'm finished. No. Talking to the dogs. All right, this is K4PW, net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio. Not here on 50.135. Looking for check-ins from the west. Please come now. I had like a triple in there, but I heard Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, Greg and Antioch. Who else? Oh, Joel, KO4 OTV, Joel in West Ashland City. Who else is west? Very good. We got Jack, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Is there another station in there too from the west?
Hello.
Anybody else on here on from the west or south?
Hey, did you get that email?
very good. I got you in there, Charles. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November, Quebec, here in West Nashville. Where else we got from the west or south? Jim. I'm having trouble with Jim tonight. He's on a wire. 160 loop. On 220. People are talking on 220 out of school here. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Good to have you in there, Jim. Obviously, you can hear me. Who else is west or south? Or east? Very good. That was Michael here in Mount Juliet with a great big signal. Who else is east? Kilo 5 Sierra. A little lower than I'd expect, but you're doing fine. Kilo 5 Sierra, and that's Carrie and Bird's Mill. Who else is east? East or north? Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo. Who else north?
Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar.
Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Mark in North Wilson County up by the beach. Who else is north?
Kilo November 4, Echo Romeo India, Eric and Goodlettsville.
Hey Eric, which 6-meter antenna are you using?
I am on my G5 RV Senior, which is the 200
No, I get you. I remember asking. I forgot about that. That G5 RV. It's a nice antenna, but it's not really good for 6 meters. It's really built for like 20 around that area. That's what it was designed for, actually.
What's interesting is it doesn't work well on 10 or 20. This is the senior one, which is really long. It's 100 foot on each side, so it's a total of 200 feet. It works amazing on 160 and 80 and 30, and it does okay on 6, but it does not work well on 10 and 20. The SWR is off the hook. So I use my Ultramax 128 for 10 and 20.
Oh, wow. Anyway, that was Eric, KN4 ERI in Goodlettsville. Signal's good, though, on what you got going on there. It's it's not as strong as it would be like on a vertical for 6 meters, but you're doing great. And he's on a G5 RV. Who else is, where was I? North. Anybody else north, please come down. Well, we got 11, which is another big monstrous night for us here on the thing. We're going to go over to 220. You can hear my dogs. The dogs are upset with me. They think they're going out right this moment. They just might. I don't know how to do that. Mike, would you pick up 220 when we run over there, if you would, on 223-415? There's no more check-ins tonight on there on 6 meters. Please come now. But all righty, we're going to go with that as a final. 11 on 6 meters or 13 on 144, 240, and 22 on 2 meters. So we'll catch you all later. Michael, if you pick up 224 while I grab the dogs, you can hear them barking. They're crazy. K4 PW closing.